sort of like when I showed you guys Quacksequenlenberg, except we want to make this a bit simpler so we start to develop our understanding before we level up to the way hard stuff. So, I got a bag. There are only 4 blocks in it. Huh. I've done that, where I'm just totally looking the other way and I just run into somebody. Sorry, that was good. As long as you guys said, like, excuse me or sorry or whatever. So, I got a bag, 4 blocks inside of it. We're going to shake it up. All the blocks are identical. We're going to pick one out. We're going to look at the color. We're going to put it back in the bag. Shake the bag again. We don't look in it. We draw. Pick it out. You guys are going to decide where to put your money. Now remember, I'm not trying to tell you to gamble. Gambling is always a bad idea because you're probably going to lose. But if you get to decide in this situation, you might not probably lose. I want you to figure out what's the probability of the blocks matching each other, like I get red and red, or blue and blue, or yellow and yellow, versus what's the probability of a not match. And if you were going to bet, but you shouldn't because it's a bad idea, if you were going to bet, where would you put your money? On a match or a no match? Try it. Ignore this stuff at the very bottom. So we want to draw. Ooh, Mila, that was fast. So we want to draw out a table to represent this. So first, let's all go in the same order. Red, blue, green, yellow. Let's just all agree to go in that order. Red, blue, green, yellow. Red, blue, green, yellow. I need to switch because this is on one. Maybe.
We're on 525, right?
Yes. Well, but not really yet. This is still a 524 question if you want the actual answer. This is from what we did yesterday. I'm kind of trying to wrap it up. Where did 1B go? There's 1B. This is what I wanted. Red, blue, green, yellow. So how are we going to start? Well, anytime we start a table, we're going to start by drawing a rectangle, right? And we want to draw a visual. I'm going to color code because why not? Red, blue, green, except yellow looks real bad up here. You can't see it.
Use purple.
I mean, I just use black for yellow, so it's not another color. What? Because it's not purple. It's not purple. And I do not know what's going on with my camera feed. Red, blue, green, and yellow. Guys, make your life easier. Life is already hard enough. Go a column at a time. Notice I'm not even drawing my rows yet. Go a column at a time and say, this column is red first block. So red first block, red first block, red first block, red first block. This column is blue first block. This column is green first block. And this column is yellow first block. So we're going to write the first result first. Right? And normally we put the first thing on top, just because we normally do top and then side. So then I can go ahead and say, okay, we're not just doing this once, we're doing it twice. And red second, now red second, red second, red second, red second. And you guys know how to keep doing this. I'm going to drink some coffee. Maybe it was just because I had them very first thing in the morning. But I will say you guys are putting my day back on the right track. Your peers tried to derail it because they were not having a good morning. I mean, I will say he didn't have his homework done. I don't think it's all him, but then again, some of us in here don't have our homework done. A few of us actually have already come and told me. Match or no? Ooh, I kind of see a pattern.
I do.
Anyone else see the pattern?
Yep, I did.
Where's my matches at?
Diagonal.
In my camping kit. Sorry.
That was it.
my life is boring and I try to make it more interesting. Actually, that is not true. My life is not. Actually, I'm kind of stressed out about it. The next 3 months look really busy. So what's the probability of a match? 4. So on your paper, please, 4 out of 16. Ooh, which is 1/4. Which, if we were going to be one of those people that talks in percents. Hey, Isa. Yesterday was your birthday.
Happy birthday. It's not your birthday.
Whoa! We celebrate birthdays all week, all month.
Then that means it's still my birthday. Everybody sing me happy birthday.
Me, happy birthday. Okay, why'd you ask me to sing that?
Happy birthday to you.
You said everyone sing me happy birthday. All right, 25%. So wait, do I even need to count? Do I even need, like, how can I figure out the probability of not match? I should be using cards, but I'll take William.
16 minus 4. That's like minus the ones we've already gotten, which are the matches.
Yeah, and if we're gonna be like those people that talk in percents, because that's what a lot of the world does, what percent is left over? Anybody? 7. And what do we call that? What was that vocab word for the everything else? Started with a C. The complement. Yep, the complement. So, okay, if you got to pick of match or no match, which one would you pick? The no match, right? It's got 3 times as much chance of happening. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's probably just trying to do too much, honestly. Or it might be because my dot cam. Yeah, I'm going to turn my dot cam off. I think that might be confusing it.
The storm last night was crazy, and when we were at school, the lights started flickering.
Did you guys look out in the courtyard and see all the chairs? They all like blew to the middle because how wind like cycles through there. Yeah, unless somebody's gone out and straightened them up, but the plastic chairs like blew to the middle of the courtyard. That's like a weird physics sort of thing. All right, so you guys, you seemed to enjoy the game yesterday, where you had the opportunity to win suckers. So okay, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no, but what I am saying is we need to change it up a bit, because I think we already know the game from yesterday. Well, hold on. I'm not. Wait for directions. So what I need you to do is create a model, like some sort, like what we just did, right? That table. Because yesterday, a lot of you guys were referencing our this, right? Like our reference sheet that had the table of dice rolls. So, okay, I get that, but because of that, you kind of got the answers. I'm going to change things up a bit. Of course, I just closed my document camera, and now I'm going to open it back up. So we're going to play again, and I'm going to have my blue die. I'm going to have my green die, and I know the colors are a little mixed. But if I just keep that the same as yesterday, it's just the same game. So I'm also going to involve my big die. So I need you to try to draw out a model to help you make your decisions of if we're going to roll 3 dice and add up the results.
Well, the height, the biggest is 18.
What's show? She's like, show me. We're like, what? Go ahead. Show me a model. Show me something to defend where you would put your bonuses or your circles or whatever. Yep, they're all D6s. Yep, so they're all D6s, right? So we got blue, we got green. I know it's kind of green, orange. So like yesterday, a lot of you guys were saying, okay, 7 gets more, 6 and 8 get like a few, 9 and 10. Like, oh, well, you weren't, okay. It's recorded. Don't give me that look. It's recorded, so you can go watch it.
But I had an appointment while I was gone.
Just saying, like, you didn't miss yesterday. You just haven't done it yet, right? You didn't miss it. It's there. You can go do it. Can anyone give, okay, because Grace wasn't here, can anyone give a quick, like, refresh of what we did yesterday? Mason?
So we did this game where we would pick like numbers from 1 to 12. Like
Grace, Mason's telling you what we did.
we would like pick like we had like 10 circles or boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
And we put it on numbers 1 to 12, like how many, and then a random probability generator rolled die, and the number it landed on is the number we would cross off the circle.
So we were with great anticipation. People were screaming at me. We were rolling the dice and checking off our bonus circles, trying to get all of them checked off. And as we went through the activity, we noticed, and some of us had paid attention and knew already because the handout that I gave you guys, that 7 should, doesn't mean it will, but 7 should come up more than any other number because, where'd you go? Oh, I moved it to the other screen. Because this dice table shows us that 7 is the most likely result. And somebody took the time to write that down here for you also. Man, what a nice guy. So, with 3 dice, let's try to do the same thing since that table was so useful yesterday. So, now we're going to do 3 dice. So, all right. So, we got blue dice, green dice, white dice, right? So, I'm going to... Okay, my blue... What can happen on my blue die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What can happen on my green die? What? This seems hard, so I'm just gonna hide. Can I just hide from the hard? Can anyone help me? Like I'm stuck. I need help. Okay, put your pencil down for a second. I like how many of you mic dropped. So, if this, we're okay. Sorry, I just got freaked out that somebody stole my Rubik's Cube. Imagine that this is our table, right? We got blue dice, green dice, and we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But now we've got a third die. My table goes that way, and my table goes this way, and in order to show a third thing with a table, we had 1 dimension, 2 dimension. We would need to make our table 3 dimensions, and that third roll would either go into the TV or, like, hypothetically, out of the TV, and we would say, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. But wait, now we're gonna have to draw a 3-dimensional table? Like, so I'm thinking this is a bad idea, and that's a bad Rubik's Cube. Good, it's a bad Rubik's. I need to replace it. It's terrible. So, I mean, I threw a stapler at the wall, and then students didn't let me live it down, so I've learned not to throw things at the wall. This is a bad idea. I think we should abort this. I think this is not, like, let's abandon ship. Like, I'm out. I'm out. This is bad. Back it up. Well, we'll get there. All right, so let me double check that I'm not going to show anything I don't want to show. No, like I copied over things from the other class. So check it. Let's back it up a little bit. On Discovery Day. Yeah. On Discovery Day, hang on just a second. You have the chance to come to Phoenix and help us put on the Discover Phoenix Fair. Or I don't know if that's quite what we're calling it, but we're calling it Discover Phoenix Night, which is to try to get 6th graders to come and like see how awesome Phoenix is. Because obviously you guys now know how awesome Phoenix is, and if you could go back to your past self when you were like, I don't know if I want to go there, I don't know if I want to leave my friends, like you'd probably just be like, go. You like make the decision, like bonk yourself in the head, just go. and this is what we're trying to do to sixth graders, is gently bonk them on the head and say, quit worrying about your friends and come to Phoenix. No, do not actually bonk the sixth graders. It is on record. Hey, we're recording. It's on record. I said, do not bonk sixth graders. Okay?
I'm not bonking them to stick it.
You're probably going to try to arm wrestle everybody.
Yeah.
Max is like, hey, you want to come to Phoenix? Try it.
Like if I win, he has
So,
to go.
hold on. At Phoenix Discovery Night, right? Like, imagine with me, okay? You decide to set up a booth, and you're going to give kids the chance to win a prize. So, to win this prize, you set up a spinner. Now, you were in a team, and you had one of your teammates. Do I have to, like, take your question real quick to get you to stop drumming? Is that why we're... Well, I mean, I'm not really reading. I'm trying to set up a situation. I know, I should delete these words. I should clean up my slide presentations. But I'm still progressing as a teacher, okay? So, here's the deal. You had a teammate make your spinner. You told them, make some negative, a 0, and positive. Your teammate kind of goofed. -2, -1, 0, 1, 3. I forgot 2. So it's made. It's already made. We're not going to remake it. This is the spinner we're using. So what we need to figure out is this going to screw up our game of whether they'll win or lose, or is this going to make it unfair? So because we're going to double. Okay, good. Double. I think we realized last time the 3 dice was going to make things complicated. If we're doing this twice, if we're doing double spin, can I make a table for it?
Yeah.
Let's make a table for this. Let's all go on the right, like from negative to positive. So our table, let's make sure that we go like -2, -1, 0, 1, and then be careful, 3, because your teammate goofed up. But that's okay. Mistakes happen. We'll roll with it. Or we'll spin with it. You don't have to. Like, sometimes the awkward silence where you're just blinking at me, and it reminds me of SpongeBob. I forget what it is, but like, where they're just like blinking. Like, it makes me laugh. Oh, by the way, not to like throw shade at you guys or anything, but some of you need to up your game, because last night, a cherished gift, mainly because she actually spelled my name right. But at game night, Grace ran to the door and presented me with this, and I was like, Grace, adults can't even spell my name right. But then she flipped it over, and we were practicing numbers. Guys, Grace is 5. Some of your numbers look like Grace's, and actually, Grace's is better than some of yours. So to re-encourage you, let's make sure that we're at least making numbers as good as a 5-year-old. Now, I disagree with this 9. I disagree with how they're teaching her 9. But I decided just to not say anything about it last night. But all right, back on topic. On stuff, hey, I don't care about your notes, but on stuff you're turning in, guys, we need to be able to read it. What goes over here? Same thing. -2, -1. So let's do that. -2, -1, 0, 1, 3. Hey, fill in your table, but be careful. If you start to recognize a pattern, don't assume. You should never assume. Don't assume that it's going to keep happening the whole time. Careful. Be careful. And then be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yeah, we're not going to say that right now, especially while we're recording.
What was the thing?
The saying involves breaking the word apart. That's all I'm going to say. Moving forward, what would be in this corner way down bottom right? A 3 and a 3, so a 6, right? We're gonna spin twice. We're gonna add them up. What about way up here in the top left? -4. And guys, this is like points, right? That they're either gonna lose points or gain points. So yeah, we're adding those up.
Wait, we're timesing, not adding?
What? So you need to try to not lose this. We need this for Monday. Okay? Turn in your homework if you haven't. We're out of time. Unfortunately, well, you can. You can. Well, let's speak in facts, right? You can. What you're saying is you don't want to win. You would like to win. I mean, if you guys keep tying, I might just have to do it. So, like, all right, have a wonderful day. Enjoy FCO. First day of FCO today. FCO is awesome. You might, if you're in math art, it'll be fun.